Hi, guys. Good morning. My name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares. Hope you guys are doing well on this very crisp morning. We have begun putting up our Christmas decorations. That's the large tree behind me. That has been quite a bit of exercise for the last few days. This thing is not a one-day project. It's a 12-foot tree, and it's a lot of up and down the ladder with a lot of help from my boys. So that's good. So that's been my daily exercise, plus a few extra things for the last couple of days. And actually, that's what I want to talk to you about today is an hour of power. So what do I mean when I say hour of power? I want you to think about scheduling your health just like you schedule your appointments. New concept? Maybe. But listen, if you actually seriously put it on your calendar, put it in your phone on your calendar, set aside time, whether it's 30 minutes, preferably an hour, where you will find that time each day, or at least 4 to 5 times a week, that you schedule your time to exercise. Now, during your hour of power, you don't just have to exercise. What else should you be doing? You should be meal prepping. You should be thinking about those healthy choices and maybe grocery shopping for those healthy things, going down to your tower garden and harvesting off of that for your healthy options. But those are something you need to do. And that's why I say schedule an hour, because you want to have that time to exercise, but you need to have the time for the rest of your health as well. And not just meal prepping. When we talk about our health, we talk about our mental health and our mindset as well. So during that hour, you know what else you could do? You could read. Think about how, if you could just knock out a chapter or 10 pages every day, what that would do for you with your personal development and with your mindset. That could be huge. We take the time to schedule all kinds of appointments. We schedule the kids. They have their schedule for their sporting events. They have their schedule for their school events, their school plays. All those kind of things are on our calendar. But why don't we find that time to schedule and take time for our health? Because if you don't, guess what else you're going to be scheduling? You're going to be scheduling those doctor visits, right? You're going to be coming to see me at the pharmacy, and nobody wants to do that. Or things could even get worse, and you could land up very sick and possibly even in the hospital if you don't take care of yourself. If you just let these things just keep happening and happening. And we don't schedule for that, right? We don't plan for that. But if you don't start taking care of your health today, what's going to happen? The unexpected, right? You have to prepare for impact. So if your body is prepared, you have taken care of it, guess what? You are going to be ready for that impact when it happens. So during this hour, like I said, find your time to work out. If you want to go to the gym, great. But you don't have to do that. There's so many exercises you can do right at home and not waste the time driving to the gym and waste the money on a gym membership that you might not use. What I would suggest, instead of doing that, find somebody to work out with, whether it's a trainer like I use, or if you just want to find an accountability partner that you guys can do this together. That is key. Spend a few dollars, get some free weights. That helps a lot. Do push-ups, do setups, jumping jacks, planks, all those kind of things you can do. If you have an exercise bike, awesome, do that. But do something for at least 30 minutes, and you've got to schedule that time. There are such a variety of things you can do, but really the key is finding someone to hold you accountable. Because without it, guess what? Even if it's on your schedule, how long do you think you're going to keep doing it? It's really hard. It is truly, truly hard to do that if you don't have somebody helping hold you accountable. But during this time, also, like I said, meal prep. Think what you're going to do for those healthy choices. Because if you don't take that time to meal prep, what's going to happen when it's dinner time or time to get lunches ready for the kids? You're going to grab whatever you can find. You're going to go through a fast food restaurant, and you're going to pick unhealthy choices. Most people find it a lot easier to unwrap a candy bar than to wash, peel, cut a piece of fruit. So that is something that you have to plan for. If you did that every day during your hour of power, think what you could do. Pretty amazing things, right? And really, it is important that we work on our mindset, because without that, all these things can't come together. We have to find that time because so many of us are running, right? With the holidays, right? The holidays are coming quickly. I was just thinking, oh my gosh, Thanksgiving is next week. How did that happen? Christmas is right around the corner. It's the same day every year. We know exactly when it is. I don't know why we get in this holiday rush because nothing changes. It's always December 25th, but everybody gets in this hectic mode. I'll tell you, when I'm working at the pharmacy, I see these last minute shoppers on Christmas Eve. We close at 6. They are like running around buying wrapping paper and tags and bows and last minute gifts. They knew we close at 6 o'clock. They knew Christmas is the next day, but instead they were waiting till the last minute and rushing. So what does that rushing do? Causes all this stress for them. But if they would have planned a little bit better, they wouldn't have this happen. And you might say, Amy, I am too busy to find an hour a day or a half an hour a day to plan for this. Well, guess what? Are you too busy to get sick too? Because that's exactly what's going to happen if you don't make that time. And I guarantee if you actually look at what you do all day long, we could all find that time. Maybe it's getting up a half an hour earlier. Is it easy to do? No, it is not, especially when it's cold, it's dark, the alarm goes off and you're like, oh, it's 5 o'clock or 4:30 or whatever time you're going to get up. You're like, oh, just a few more minutes. But what happens if you hit snooze a few more minutes? You're losing all that potential that you could be doing all these amazing things. We waste so much time throughout the day. So it's time to figure out how to make the most of our day. Now, one thing you can do if you don't want to sit down and actually read your 10 pages of your chapter day, when you're driving back and forth, getting the kids from school, driving to work, driving to another appointment, get Audible. You can listen to it in the car. You could knock out a whole book probably in a couple of days. At least I could, as much as I drive, because that's still a time saver, but you're still working on your personal development and you're still working on your mindset. So we all have the time because you know what? Busy people find a way to get it done. And I know all of you can do that because it just takes a little planning and a little preparation. It's those daily habits that we do. So we need to find those good daily habits that are going to compound over time and think what can happen. My son and I were just talking yesterday on the way to school, and he was talking about habits. And we're talking about good habits and bad habits. And I told him, I said, that's why, Liam, that it's so important that we work out together. We plan our meals together. We do those things together because I want to set them up for success later on down the road when they move out and they grow up. I want them to know this is how things are done because it's easy to get in those bad habits, right? It's easier, like I said, to run through a drive-through than to think about preparing something that's healthy. But I want them to see that we can do this together. And by doing just those little things over and over and over, look what's going to happen. It's like getting up and making your bed in the morning. Is it kind of a tedious job? Yeah, it is. But you know what? If you don't feel ready for your day. So you get up and you do that every morning, just like you're going to brush your teeth every morning. You're not going to skip doing that. So if you're not going to skip brushing your teeth and worrying about your oral health, why are you going to skip the remainder of the health that you need to work on? There's absolutely no reason. So we need to find that time to do it. We're currently in the middle of a 14-day challenge and having so much fun. And I think the biggest takeaway that I'm getting from this is people talking about the accountability and how they love that. People are posting pictures of what they're doing for their exercises. I posted a picture of the tree and the ladder because that's what I was doing for my exercise that day. We're posting pictures of our food and what we're doing and even struggles we're having because that is important. We all have those struggles, but we're all doing this together. Nobody is perfect. Do I love pizza? Absolutely. Do I love pasta? Absolutely. But it's having it in moderation, not having it every day. And that's exactly what we talk about during this 14-day challenge is how to live a healthy lifestyle, not some crazy fad diet that we're going to be on for a couple of weeks and see these enormous results. That's not what it is. These results, we're going to keep seeing it down the road because you have to do something that you can live with. If it's something I'm asking you to do everything in the world, how long are you going to stick to something like this? So many people do these 30-day challenges or 4-week challenges or whatever it is. Come day 31, what's going to happen? They're going to start having everything that they had to give up during that time. Is that productive? No, it is absolutely not productive. That's why I want to do something that people can live with. It's these daily habits of making good choices. If you want to have a little piece of dessert, great, that's fine. And you know that, but you're not going just to go crazy. Same thing, if you want to have a glass of wine with dinner, do it, because I want to make something that you can do, because you're not going to do that every day. But I don't want to take it away from you and then you go crazy when it's over. So this is something that we are working to do, the healthy lifestyle. I'm actually getting 2 more set up, one for December and one for January. So if you guys want more information about that, I'm going to have that in my healthy living group. So please reach out to me. I can easily put you guys in that group so you can get the alerts when the next challenge is going to happen and exactly how these work. Because it's time not only to get healthy for the holidays, but to have this healthy lifestyle to sustain for the rest of our lives and to help those around us. So find the time to schedule for your health so you're not finding time to come see me in my white coat at the pharmacy. Again, nobody wants to do that. My name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares. Go have a very healthy and happy day.